Let's now review two useful tags for hard-coding some attractive formatting elements into your pages: block quotations and horizontal rules. It's common practice to set extended quotations off from the main body of text. HTML provides an easy way to accomplish this by means of the block quotation. Here's an example of a short quotation. Notice that it's indented, has a different color, and also has some spacing above and below to separate the block quotation from the paragraphs above and below. Here is the way you would code this short quotation. Block quote, opening tag is here, then your quotation, and then the closing tag for the block quote, less than, /BLOCKQUOTE greater than sign. Very simple, very straightforward. Here's an example of an extended quotation. Let's copy this quotation and then paste it right into our page so that it fits in between my block quotes here. Let's remove this one and paste in the new one like so. Let's go ahead and save this file. And if we refresh the browser, this is the new block quotation right here. You can see that I have some additional styling here: the typeface, the size, and the color. Those are defined in a style rule up here in my head section of my document. There's my block quote name, open curly brace, and then there's my font declaration, font size, font weight, and color, as well as the width, margin, and padding options right there. That will give me some more padding away from the paragraphs above and below the block quote. So here is the way that it looks. Very nice. So I've added some CSS to my hard-coded block quote. Even without that extra formatting, most browsers will display the content of a block quotation as indented text with some extra space above and below the block. Here's another more simple example without all of the CSS coding, with a little bit of text above the quote, some text below the quote, and then my quotation here inside of the block quote tags. Note that the P tag is nested within the block quote tags. This is logical if you think about it, because this is still a paragraph. After all, in addition to being a quotation, an extended quotation might consist of several paragraphs which would all be contained within one set of block quote tags. Let's go ahead and look at this page in the browser. Notice that this one has less styling, but I still have the indentation and the space above and below. Now, often with your block quotes, you'll want to add a horizontal rule above and below the quote, like I've done here. To do this, you'll use the HR tag, the horizontal rule tag. Here is the coding that I've added. There's my HR tag right after the paragraph tag. And here's the other HR tag before the end paragraph tag. Here's my placement of the HR tags in my other example, block quote example, my more complicated one. The HR tag goes right in front of the block quote, opening block quote tag. The other HR tag goes after the closing tag of my block quote. If I save that, open it up in the browser, it renders it like this. Very nice horizontal line above and below that nicely formatted block quote. And one last comment: horizontal rules are block level elements. Let's now move on to the next movie, abbreviations and acronyms, which are very useful when you need to save space and keep your text paragraphs clean and concise.